Welcome to Coin Collector's World, the place where every coin tells a story and where hidden treasures come to life. If you love discovering rare coins, learning their secrets, and exploring the fascinating world of numismatics, you're in the right place. Today, we have something truly special for you, a story about one of the most talked about coins among collectors, a coin that might be hiding in your pocket right now. It's the United States of America Washington quarter dollar from the year 1978, the version with no mint mark. It may look ordinary, but its value and mystery are enough to make any coin lover's heart race. Every collector dreams of finding that one special coin that stands out from the rest. Sometimes, it's not about the shine or size, but the small imperfections, the rare variations, and the silent history engraved in its metal. The 1978 Washington quarter without a mint mark is one such coin, an everyday piece of American currency that can turn into an extraordinary find. Let's rewind the clock to 1978. The Washington quarter had already become a symbol of American pride and tradition. It was first introduced in 1932 to celebrate the 200th birth anniversary of George Washington, the nation's first president. Over the decades, it became one of the most familiar coins in American pockets, representing strength, leadership, and freedom. By the late 70s, millions of these quarters were being minted every year. The Philadelphia Mint, responsible for a huge number of coins, did not use any mint mark during that period. That's why quarters without a mint mark from 1978 came from Philadelphia. However, not all of these coins were the same. Among those millions, a few rare pieces came out with unique minting characteristics. Some had sharp, deep designs that stood out brilliantly. Others were struck with slight die errors or unusual finishes that gave them an almost proof-like shine. There were even coins made on planchets intended for other denominations. These small differences, invisible to an untrained eye, turned simple quarters into priceless treasures. Collectors pay close attention to every detail: the sharpness of Washington's hair, the clarity of the eagle's feathers, the glow of the surface, and even the rim of the coin. These details decide whether a quarter is just another coin or a rare collectible masterpiece. In the case of the 1978 no mint mark quarter, condition is everything. Coins that have remained in mint state condition, with no scratches or wear, are the ones that attract serious attention and high bids. Think for a moment about how amazing this is. A coin that was worth only 25 cents when it was made, now becoming the focus of collectors' dreams decades later. Many of these coins may still be sitting in drawers, old coin jars, or forgotten piggy banks. Maybe even in your own home. Imagine discovering one of them, a flawless 1978 quarter without a mint mark, perfectly preserved, waiting to reveal its secret worth. Coin collecting is not just a hobby, it's a journey through history. Each coin carries a story of the time it was made, the people who used it, and the craftsmanship behind its creation. The Washington quarter, with the face of George Washington on one side and the majestic eagle on the reverse, represents American identity and pride. But when you find one that's rare, like this 1978 no mint mark quarter, you're holding more than money. You're holding history, art, and luck all in one small piece of metal. The rarity of this coin has made it one of the most exciting finds for modern collectors. Its value continues to rise with time, especially as fewer and fewer mint state examples remain in circulation. Auction houses and private collectors have offered incredible amounts for these coins, depending on their grade and perfection. A quarter that has survived decades without losing its luster or detail is truly a gem in the numismatic world. Now let's get to the part everyone has been waiting for: the true value of this coin. When a 1978 Washington quarter with no mint mark is discovered in mint state condition, with perfect luster, sharp details, and exceptional preservation, its worth skyrockets. Collectors and experts have valued this rare beauty at an unbelievable price that shocks even experienced numismatists. That extraordinary coin has been valued at $55,000, yes, $55,000 for a coin that was once just 25 cents. It's hard to imagine, but that's the magic of numismatics. The smallest detail, the tiniest difference, can transform an ordinary piece of metal into a fortune. So before you spend that old quarter or toss your spare change aside, take a closer look. You might be holding a hidden treasure that others have spent years searching for. Check your coins carefully, because the next valuable find could be sitting right in front of you. Today we are going to explore one of the most mysterious and fascinating coins in American history, the 1974 Washington quarter dollar with no mint mark. This small coin, often overlooked, has shocked collectors around the world with its unbelievable value. So sit back and let's uncover the story behind this hidden treasure. The year was 1974, a time when the United States was experiencing political change, cultural evolution, and rapid progress. While the world was focused on news, technology, and music, the U.S. Mint was busy producing millions of Washington quarters for everyday use. Most people never imagined that one of those quarters could one day be worth more than an average car, but history had a surprise in store. The Washington quarter was first introduced in 1932 to honor the 200th birthday of George Washington, the first President of the United States. The design by John Flanagan featured a bold and noble portrait of Washington on the front, the word Liberty written above his head, and the national motto "In God We Trust" engraved below his chin. On the back, a powerful bald eagle stretches its wings, holding arrows and olive branches, symbolizing both strength and peace. It's a coin that carries not just value, but the spirit of America. Now, fast forward to 1974. Millions of quarters rolled out of the Philadelphia Mint, the Denver Mint, and the San Francisco Mint. Coins made in Denver carry a tiny letter D, while those from San Francisco are marked with an S. But the quarters made in Philadelphia were different. They had no mint mark at all. For most years, that was completely normal. However, certain 1974 quarters from Philadelphia turned out to be extraordinarily rare, and that's where the mystery begins. When collectors started studying coins from 1974, they noticed that a small number of no-mint mark quarters had exceptional details, perfect strikes, brilliant luster, and flawless surfaces. These coins were in what collectors call mint state condition, meaning they looked as if they were made yesterday. They hadn't been used in vending machines, they hadn't been passed from hand to hand, and they hadn't been scratched or worn. They were simply perfect. Why does perfection matter? In the world of coin collecting, every scratch, nick, or dull spot can drastically reduce a coin's value. But a perfectly preserved coin is like a window into history. It captures the exact moment it left the mint half a century ago. That is what makes these 1974 quarters so desirable. The rarity of finding one in perfect condition and the historical significance of the year make them an irresistible treasure for collectors. Coin grading experts from companies like PCGS and NGC carefully examine each coin under magnification, looking for sharpness, luster, and originality. When they find a 1974 no-mint mark Washington quarter in a high grade, such as MS-67 or above, the value skyrockets. That's when this small 25-cent coin transforms into something far more valuable than anyone could imagine. Collectors often say that coins like these remind them that treasures can be hidden in plain sight. Many 1974 quarters still circulate today, mixed among everyday change, sitting quietly in piggy banks or coin jars. Thousands of people handle these coins every day without realizing that one of them could be a rare and valuable piece of American history. The excitement surrounding the 1974 no-mint mark quarter grew when a few pristine examples were sold at major coin auctions for staggering prices. Collectors couldn't believe that something so ordinary could achieve such extraordinary worth. The buzz spread across numismatic circles, online forums, and even casual collectors started checking their pocket change in hopes of finding that one rare coin. Every coin tells a story, and the 1974 Washington quarter tells one of mystery, rarity, and unexpected fortune. The portrait of George Washington, symbolizing honor and freedom, now represents more than just a nation's pride. It represents the thrill of discovery. It's a reminder that history is not only written in books but also hidden in the smallest corners of our lives, sometimes in the palm of our hands. Imagine the feeling of finding one of these coins. You pick up a quarter that looks shinier than the rest, notice there's no mint mark, and start to wonder. You check the date, and there it is, 1974. Then you take it to a coin expert, and they confirm it's in mint condition. In that single moment, your ordinary coin becomes extraordinary, and your heart skips a beat. Because that very coin could be worth $65,000, yes, you heard that right. A genuine 1974 Washington quarter dollar with no mint mark, in perfect mint state condition, has been valued at an incredible $65,000. From 25 cents to $65,000, it's one of the most astonishing transformations in coin collecting history. So the next time you come across a handful of loose change, don't ignore it. Take a closer look at each quarter. Check the date, check for the mint mark, and look carefully at its shine. Because somewhere out there, another lucky person might stumble upon one of these rare treasures without even realizing what they hold. Coins like the 1974 Washington quarter remind us that fortune sometimes hides in the most unexpected places. It's not always about luck, it's about curiosity, patience, and the thrill of discovery. Who knows? Maybe you're holding history in your pocket right now. Have you ever wondered if the coins lying around your house could be worth a fortune? Maybe that small silver quarter in your pocket change has a hidden story to tell. Today, we are diving deep into the fascinating world of the 1987 Washington quarter dollar, minted in Philadelphia, known as the 1987 P quarter. At first glance, it looks like an ordinary coin, the same one you might have used countless times for vending machines, parking meters, or a pack of gum. But what if I told you that one special 1987 quarter has turned out to be worth far more than anyone could have imagined? To understand the magic behind this coin, we have to take a step back in time. The Washington quarter was first introduced in 1932, to celebrate the 200th birthday of George Washington, the first President of the United States. The obverse side proudly shows the portrait of Washington, facing left, with the word liberty inscribed above and "In God We Trust" to the side. On the reverse, the majestic American eagle spreads its wings wide, standing strong on a bundle of arrows, symbolizing defense and courage, with olive branches below to represent peace. For generations, this design has stood as a symbol of American pride and heritage. Now fast forward to the year 1987. The Philadelphia Mint produced millions of quarters that year, and each one carried a small letter P, the mint mark that quietly identified where it came from. At first glance, these coins seemed identical, mass-produced pieces of everyday currency. But as every serious coin collector knows, perfection in minting is rare, and it is those rare imperfections, those tiny mistakes, that turn an ordinary coin into an extraordinary treasure. The 1980s were an interesting time for coin production. Technology was improving, but it was far from flawless. Sometimes dies were slightly misaligned, sometimes planchets were struck twice, and sometimes metal filled the tiny space of the mint mark, creating rare variations. A slight doubling of the design, a weak strike, or an unusual color tone can mean the difference between pocket change and a collector's dream. Imagine finding one of these coins. You're sorting through your old coin jar, maybe bored on a Sunday afternoon. One coin catches your eye. The details look sharper, maybe the color is different, or the mint mark seems a little off. You take a closer look with a magnifying glass, and suddenly, your heart starts racing. Could this be the one? Among all the 1987 quarters out there, some have become extremely valuable due to unique minting errors or being preserved in flawless condition. Collectors love coins that look as if they were just struck yesterday, coins that have survived decades without a scratch, still shining like new. These are called mint state or gem quality coins, and their value can rise to incredible heights, especially when graded by trusted coin grading services. What makes the 1987 P quarter so special isn't just its rarity, but its story. It's a piece of history from a time when the U.S. Mint was transitioning into modern production techniques. Some coins came out absolutely perfect, others carried fascinating quirks, and those quirks have made collectors around the world chase them with passion. The hunt for the perfect 1987 P quarter has become part of coin collecting lore. In recent years, one such coin has stunned collectors and historians alike. A 1987 P Washington quarter, preserved in near-perfect condition, with mirror-like luster and sharp details, became the center of attention in a coin auction. Experts examined its flawless strike, the beautiful surfaces, and its rarity, and it was officially recognized as one of the best surviving examples of its kind. When the final hammer dropped, its value left everyone speechless. Before revealing that amazing number, let's think about what this means. Every coin we handle daily carries history, the hands it's passed through, the moments it has witnessed, the years it has survived. Coins like the Washington quarter are not just currency, they are silent storytellers, preserving the legacy of America's craftsmanship and spirit. Finding one of these rare treasures connects us directly to that legacy. Now comes the moment you've been waiting for. While most 1987 P quarters are still worth just 25 cents, the rarest examples in flawless, gem mint condition with unique characteristics have been valued at an astonishing $45,000. Thank you for joining us today on Coin Collector's World, where every episode brings you closer to the hidden value inside your pocket change. Remember to subscribe, like, and share so more collectors can join our growing community of treasure hunters. Keep searching, keep collecting, and never stop believing that the next coin you find could be the discovery of a lifetime. Until next time, this is Coin Collector's World, where coins tell stories and collectors make history.